Your body can start changing within days after added sugar goes down. But if sweet foods keep hitting your system all day, the damage keeps piling up. If you want to stay healthy and independent as you age, hit that subscribe button right now. We share simple, science-backed health tips like this every single day. After years of reading nutrition research and hearing the same story from older adults, I keep seeing one pattern. People blame age for low energy, stubborn belly fat, poor sleep, and constant cravings, when added sugar is often making all of it worse. Not the sugar in an apple, but the added sugar hiding in soda, sweet coffee, flavored yogurt, breakfast cereal, sauces, and packaged snacks. And if you stop eating added sugar for 30 days, your body can start responding faster than most people expect. Now, before we continue, tell me your age and where you're watching from in the comments. This helps us understand who we're helping. Here's what most people get wrong. Stopping sugar does not mean you need to fear fruit, plain milk, or carrots. Your body handles those foods very differently because they come with fiber, water, or protein. Fiber is the part of food that slows digestion, almost like a sponge slowing water through a pipe. The real target is added sugar. Most people have no idea how much of it they're eating. Harvard's nutrition source says the average American gets about 17 teaspoons of added sugar a day. That is far above what many experts suggest. And a 2024 study from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health found that adding just one sugary drink per day was linked to about an 18% higher risk of cardiovascular disease, which means heart and blood vessel disease. So this is not a tiny issue. It is a daily pressure on your body. Let me show you exactly what usually happens when you cut added sugar for 30 days. Number 5, your cravings get loud before they get quiet. Most people think cravings mean weakness, but actually cravings are training. If you ring your doorbell every hour, the dog learns to run. Sugar does something similar to your brain. It teaches your reward system to expect a fast, sweet hit. A 2023 study involving researchers from Yale School of Medicine found that eating one high-fat, high-sugar snack every day for 8 weeks changed brain reward circuits and lowered people's liking for lower-fat foods, even when they did not gain weight. Think about that. Your brain can start learning to want sweeter, richer foods even before your body size changes. So when you stop, the first few days can feel strange. You may feel irritable. You may think about dessert more often. You may open the pantry without even knowing why. But here's the good news. When you stop feeding the habit, the volume often starts to turn down. Not overnight, but steadily. Like walking out of a noisy room, your taste buds and your brain begin to reset. So what do you do when cravings hit? First, remove liquid sugar. A 12-ounce soda can carry around 35 to 39 grams of sugar. A large sweet coffee can carry even more. These drinks hit fast because there is no fiber to slow them down. Replace them with cold water, sparkling water, or unsweetened tea. Add lemon if you want flavor. Next, build a breakfast that actually holds you. 2 eggs with 1 slice of whole grain toast and half an avocado works well. So does 3/4 of a cup of plain Greek yogurt with half a cup of berries and 1 tablespoon of chopped nuts. Why does that matter? Because protein and fat slow digestion. They keep you full longer. That means fewer panic trips to the cookie jar at 10 a.m. And if you want something sweet after dinner, don't white knuckle it. Try 1 small apple with 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, or half a cup of plain yogurt with cinnamon, not candy, but real food that steadies you. Quick question. Have you experienced strong sweet cravings in the afternoon or after dinner? Comment yes or no below. Number 4, your energy gets steadier. Most people think feeling tired after meals is just part of getting older, but actually many people are riding a blood sugar roller coaster without knowing it. 1 minute you feel fine, then you eat something sugary. Blood sugar jumps, insulin rushes in, then you crash. Insulin is the hormone that helps move sugar from your blood into your cells. When that system gets pushed too often, your body can become less responsive. That is called insulin resistance, which means your cells stop listening well. A 2021 study from the University of California, Davis found that adults who drank 3 servings a day of beverages sweetened with sucrose or high fructose corn syrup for just 16 days showed increased liver fat and decreased insulin sensitivity. In plain English, their bodies got worse at handling sugar in a little over 2 weeks. So, if too much sugar can push you in the wrong direction that quickly, cutting it out can begin to take that pressure off. Have you ever noticed that your afternoon slump gets worse on days with pastries, sweet cereal, or sweet drinks? That is not your imagination. That is your system getting hit fast, then dropping fast. Here's the thing. To steady your energy, your meals need an anchor. At breakfast, aim for at least 20 grams of protein. That could be 2 eggs plus half a cup of cottage cheese. At lunch, try a palm-sized piece of chicken or fish with 1 cup of vegetables and half a cup of beans or brown rice. At dinner, keep the same pattern. Protein, vegetables, and 1 smart carb instead of a plate led by bread, fries, or dessert. Then do one more thing most people skip. Walk for 10 to 20 minutes after meals. Nothing intense, just walk. It is like opening a side door so sugar can move out of your bloodstream and into your muscles more smoothly. And do not forget hidden sugar. Check flavored oatmeal, granola bars, bottled smoothies, ketchup, salad dressing, and healthy yogurt cups. If a food has 15, 20, or 25 grams of added sugar in one serving, that is dessert wearing a costume. Number 3, your belly and liver start getting a break. Most people think belly fat is only about looks. But actually, extra fat around the middle often signals trouble deeper inside. Your liver may be storing too much fat too. The liver is like your body's processing plant. When added sugar keeps arriving, especially from drinks, that plant gets overloaded. A 2019 study from UC San Francisco found that when workers cut their sugary drink intake by an average of 48.5%, they showed improvements in insulin resistance and total cholesterol, and they also had less belly fat over time. That matters because belly fat is not just sitting there. It acts more like an active troublemaker. And the liver story gets even more serious. A 2023 Harvard-led study in women ages 50 to 79 found that those who drank at least one sugary drink a day had an 85% higher risk of liver cancer and a 68% higher risk of dying from chronic liver disease compared with women who drank 3 or fewer sugary drinks a month. Now, I'm not saying 1 month without sugar makes you bulletproof, but I am saying your liver notices when the daily burden drops. So what should you eat instead? Let me be clear. This is not a 30-day starvation challenge. If you simply remove sugar and replace it with nothing, you will feel awful. Instead, swap sweet processed foods for foods that do the opposite job. Try half a cup of old-fashioned oats cooked with cinnamon and topped with half a cup of berries. Try 1 cup of beans in soup or chili. Try a sandwich on whole grain bread with turkey, tuna, or hummus instead of a pastry lunch. Why these foods? Because fiber helps slow digestion and may help with fullness. Oats, beans, lentils, vegetables, and berries give your body something useful, not just a quick spark and a crash. Before we go further, if this is making sense so far, hit that like button. It tells me you want more videos like this. Number 2, your gut can calm down. Most people think sugar only affects weight, but actually sugar can also affect your gut, which is where so much of your comfort starts. Your gut is not just a food tube. It is home to bacteria that can help or hurt you depending on what you feed them. A 2020 study from UT Southwestern found that high sugar intake in mice changed gut bacteria in just 7 days and thinned the protective mucus layer in the colon. That protective layer acts like a shield between your gut wall and the mess inside your intestines. Now, animal studies are not the same as human trials, and I want to be careful here, but the message is still important. A diet loaded with sugar can push your gut in the wrong direction. So what might you notice in 30 days? Less bloating, more regular bowel movements, fewer wild hunger swings, sometimes even less of that heavy, puffy feeling after meals. Why? Because when sugary processed foods go down, people often end up eating more real food and more fiber without even trying. Here's a simple rule. At 2 meals a day, fill half your plate with vegetables. That can be 1 cup cooked vegetables or 2 cups raw. Add 1 fiber-rich food daily like half a cup of beans, 1 pear, or 1 cup of plain oatmeal. Drink enough water too. If you suddenly increase fiber without water, your stomach may fight back. And watch the fake healthy treats. Dried fruit covered in sugar, cereal bars, low-fat cookies, and flavored instant oatmeal can keep the same cycle alive. Not healing foods, but sweets in a different package. I'd love to hear your story. What made you click on this video today? Share in the comments. Number 1, your heart starts getting less daily stress. This may be the biggest change of all. Most people want something they can see in the mirror. Fair enough, but the real win may be something you cannot see. Less stress on your heart, your blood vessels, and your metabolism. A 2024 study from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health followed more than 100,000 adults and found that each additional sugary drink per day was linked to about an 18% higher risk of cardiovascular disease. Even people who exercised were not fully protected. That is huge, because it means you cannot always outrun what you keep drinking. And Harvard Health has also pointed out that diets high in refined sugar are linked with obesity, diabetes, and high triglycerides. Triglycerides are a type of fat in your blood. When they run high, your heart risk can go up. So when you stop pouring in added sugar day after day, you are not just being good. You are reducing one of the daily hits that can wear your body down. What does heart-friendly look like during your 30 days? Start with drinks. Water first, unsweetened tea second. Coffee is fine, but try cutting added sugar in half for a week, then in half again. If you like something fizzy, use sparkling water with lemon or lime. Then make one label rule. If a product has more than 8 to 10 grams of added sugar per serving, leave it on the shelf unless it is a rare treat. That one habit alone can change your cart fast. Bread, pasta sauce, cereal, yogurt, soup, protein bars, check them all. Sugar loves to hide. And if you want dessert, plan it. 1 orange, 1 cup of strawberries, half a banana with plain yogurt. Not because fruit is magic, but because it slows you down and brings fiber with it. Let's pump the brakes for a second. I'm not saying this to scare you, but stopping added sugar can feel rough at first. Some people get headaches, feel cranky, notice low energy, or feel constipated for a few days. That does not always mean something is wrong. Sometimes it just means your routine changed fast. But there are times to be careful. If you have diabetes and take insulin or drugs that lower blood sugar, talk to your doctor before making a big diet change. Your numbers may improve and your medication may need adjusting. If you are underweight, dealing with cancer treatment, have an eating disorder history, or have been told to follow a special diet, get medical guidance first. And if you feel dizzy, confused, shaky, or weak in a way that feels severe, do not try to push through it alone. Also, do not replace sugar with huge amounts of sugar-free junk. Some of those foods can upset your stomach and keep sweet cravings alive. The goal is not fake food. The goal is calmer eating, so you're convinced but thinking, how do I actually do this? Start with the easiest win. For 30 days, cut sugary drinks first. Soda, sweet tea, energy drinks, bottled coffee drinks, fruit punch, and sweetened juice blends. That one move can save you dozens of grams of sugar a day. Next, keep breakfast boring in the best way. Eggs and toast, plain yogurt and berries, oatmeal and nuts. Repeatable meals beat emotional decisions. For lunch and dinner, use a simple plate, half vegetables, a palm of protein, 1 smart carb like beans, potatoes, or brown rice. Need budget-friendly options? Oats are cheap, eggs are cheap, beans are cheap. Plain yogurt, frozen vegetables, canned tuna, peanut butter, and apples usually cost less than processed snack foods over the week. You do not need fancy powders or detox drinks. This is 100% legal, simple, and doable with grocery store basics. And make your home help you. Put cookies out of sight or do not buy them for 30 days. Keep fruit visible. Keep water cold and ready. Keep nuts portioned into small bags. If you have to fight your kitchen every night, your kitchen will usually win. Look, there's a lot of noise out there. People make health sound complicated because complicated sells, but this is simpler than that. You do not need to overthink this. You do not need a perfect diet. You do not need to fear every gram of sugar in nature. Start with just 30 days without added sugar-heavy drinks and obvious sweets. Then build your meals around protein, fiber, and real food. Your body will tell you if it's working. Better energy, fewer cravings, a calmer stomach, less puffiness, more control. If this helped you, hit that like button. And if you want more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed because we post new health tips every single day. Stay healthy, stay strong.